So hello again. Now, if you watched the previous video, you know I've got a differential for the Rust2Rome car. Now, it's January right now. Actually, sorry, it's February the 1st. And it is absolutely freezing out here, yeah? But I'm going to start on this differential, to be honest, because I want to get it in. So we're going to do this a bit different now, because last time I have actually done one of these before, but on an XJS. Now, when I done it on the XJS, I jacked it up in this garage, took it out and worked on it on the gravel drive just out there. It was alright, but you struggle to get to the sides of the car, because obviously there's not that much room each side, and the other side is even less. So I'm thinking this time I might pull it out, take it off on the drive, and then work on it in the garage. The cage thing, or whatever you want to call it, the cradle that the differential sits in. So I think we're going to start on it today, weather permitting. Now, once it's out, it's not going to be too bad. It's getting it out of the car that is the issue. So let's see how we get on. So to do this, I'm going to have to jack it up as high as it will go. I don't really like jacking cars up on gravel, but it should be alright. We've done it before. And then I'll put some axle stands and some bits of wood under it. And yeah. But like I say, we need to get rid of this grinding noise, or else we're not even going to get out the end of the road one of these times. So let's just hope the new differential I've got, well, second-hand differential, is any good. Well, that just looks ridiculous at the minute. Oh dear. Looks like I've got some serious, looks like it's twisted or something. So yeah, but we want as much height as we can, because, well, in fact, it don't really look high enough yet, but we'll see how we get on. Because I've never done X300s, like I say, the XJS, you have to do it really high. But we'll see, because I've got to jack either side up the same now. We'll see how we get on. Well, it looks like I can get away without taking the exhaust off. On the XJS, there's like the cage goes right around it, so you have to take the exhaust off, and the brake calipers are of course up here. So you have to disconnect the brake pipes, because then you have to drop everything down. So this looks a bit easier, because the ABS sensor here, you just disconnect. Just undo the caliper and leave the caliper hanging down here. Well, on the XJS, the brake pipe went up the cage. Undo them 4 suspension, or 5 bolts on the top of there. Undo that one there. And I think it will pretty much do the one on the body here. And I think, to be honest, it's not going to be as bad as I expected, because I can disconnect the handbrake cable, just unbolt it. Let's do a little bit more. So I've got axle stands, but don't worry, that's bits of wood you can see there, but that's holding the calipers up so the pipes don't stretch or anything. Don't worry, it's not actually held up like that. It's actually held with proper axle stands. So I put the jack in the middle of it, because I've got to go right underneath it now to disconnect the handbrake. And I just thought, well, 2 axle stands and a jack, I can't really see it going anywhere, to be honest. So that's the next job, disconnect the handbrake. So I think I've only been here about an hour and 20 minutes. The prop shaft has one more bolt to get off, because I just had to turn the ignition to turn the prop shaft. The handbrake's disconnected, the calipers are off. So there's the bit where it connects on the floor at the front, where I suppose it's like a radius arm mount on the older Jags, but it's where it connects to the body of the car at the front. Then there's the rear, where it connects to the car to, I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call any of this stuff. So I've got to disconnect those, and then I need to disconnect the springs from the car. Yeah, that's the one. And I think it will drop out. So I might try and continue this today and try and get it out of the car so it's in the garage, so then I can work on it. So if it's raining or something, I can get that done, and then I can whip it back in. Now, I was hoping Adam was going to be able to help with this, But I want to get it done as soon as possible. And he's working, you see. I work night shift. He works night shift and day shift. But he works like 6 days a week. So it just depends when we're both off and we can do it. But, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, I want to get it done really as soon as possible. Because I want to sort of bomb around in it, you know. Try it out, obviously. Yeah, so let's see if we can get it out today, shall we? Bit optimistic, but that's the way it's got to be done. You know, I must admit, if you like doing jobs on Jags, this is one of probably the worst jobs you can do on it, because you've got to take so much off to get to it. But we can build anything here, can't we? We have no idea what we're doing, but we can build anything here. You know, the last time I did one of these, it was all guesswork. There wasn't even a YouTube video on an IRS break at the time, I don't think. Or one I couldn't find anyway. So we can build anything here, yeah? We think. So the prop shaft's completely removed from the differential. So I'll take the rubber bit off when you go to the car. I've never seen this before, rubber bit here. The old ones were just straight on. The handbrake's disconnected, which that was just that wire goes in there. So that's quite straightforward. Oh, hang on. Sorry about the light. It's a bit awkward under here. Oh, there we go. I've got to disconnect the exhaust. Now, I don't really want to disconnect the exhaust, so I might just take, see if I can undo those two. It saves me taking the actual exhaust off the car, because I think the exhaust is quite old, and I think I'm going to end up with a headache with it, so I'm thinking of the easiest way possible, really. Then I've got to take all the bolts out from up there. You see these here? Oh, bear with me. This one. So I think there's 4 or 5 altogether. They'll have to come out each side. Then we've got this big one here. And I think I'll have to drop this whole plate off. I'm not sure. I imagine so. And then there's 2. Oh, I don't know if I can show you from this angle. Oh, it's not looking very good, is it? Oh, I can't show you from that. Oh, can I? No. Then there's 2 like no, it's not going very well, that is it? There's like 2 arms that go up the top there, and they connect to the back of the body with like some bushing on. But generally, yeah, I don't think. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this camera. The light's a bit weird under here, isn't it? Look, it's all flashing now. I'm not even moving. But yeah, let's see what we can get done now. So there we go. All the suspension bolts are undone on there. So the next one is I need to undo this one here, the big one there, and I think those 2 there, and that one there. And basically the whole thing should drop out. So apart from it, it's still hooked to the exhaust, but I might lower it down a little bit and then I should be able to get it off. So yeah, let's do that. So as you can see, the spring's lowered down. That, whatever it is off. The radius arm mount this side is off. Yeah. Now the only problem I've still got to disconnect the exhaust because there's like a bush on it, but I can't get to it at the minute, so I'm hoping to lower it down a bit and then I can get access. Now, the biggest problem, bear with me. Always a problem, isn't there? Same this side, yeah. This is the issue here. For some reason this one is corroded on and I can't seem to get it off at the minute. I've belted it, I've hit it, look, you can see I've bent it there slightly. Problem is I'm running out of daylight now. You know, it's winter, it's daylight at the moment, but give it another half hour and it's going to be pitch black. So I think I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow. Yeah, it's not going great, is it? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I had this problem with my XJS as well, and I replaced them because they were knackered. It's just getting it off, it's the problem. Once that comes off, I can lower the whole thing down. I'll put the caliper through this hole here, disconnect the top of the exhaust, drop it down, wheel it into the garage, swap over the diff, and then push it back, put it back together. I think putting it back together is easier than getting it off. I've always said this, when putting something together is always better, but everything is seized on old cars, especially Jags. Yeah, everything is corroded and seized, but we can fix anything around here, even if there's a lot of colourful language. Right, This might be a bit more today, or I might continue this tomorrow. So this is technically the next day. It's completely out now, but it is extremely heavy. So yeah, this is the problem with gravel. You can't just pull the jack back. I've got to lift it up while someone pulls the jack out. So I might wait for Adam because he's coming over tomorrow. But yeah, that's it out. Oh my goodness, look, you still see the green paint there. That is always a pig to get one of these out. If you had a ramp, it'd be easy, but like I say, then we've got to take that out of the cradle and put another one in. I'm not sure how to do that yet, because I never actually took the one out of mine. I just changed all the discs and the drive shafts and that, 'cause it's inbound brakes. But yeah, we can't. How hard can it be? So it's finally out the car. Thanks to Adam's help, because it was bloody heavy, wasn't it? Yeah. That is heavy, yeah. I can't believe I did one of these by myself once, lifting it out of the car. So yeah, let's get the axle switched over. Yeah. Good. In there. It's a bit hard going, but we hope to have it swapped around in maybe the next hour and a half. Yeah, and then we've got to reassemble the whole car. Good. It's officially out. We're officially now at the halfway point. There's the new one in the wheelbarrow, ready to go. Adam, we've got to take this bit off the front here. It was a git, wasn't it, Adam?
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, the XJS was a nightmare. That was, I would say, just as bad, to be honest. Right, now let's start putting it back together again. Yeah, really well. We've nearly got it all back together. Yeah. I'd say it feels nice and smooth on this one. If you get the old one, it's sort of got like a crunchy feel when you turn it. Yeah. Good. Good. I must admit it's been easy without him helping because this is so heavy. So we've got the old diff and we're just taking the oil out. So the oil's only been in it. I've only done probably 6 miles on this oil, yeah? And it's absolutely, let me show you, let me turn the camera over. Look, it's only in 5 miles. It's all just, it's terrible, isn't it? So, I've put my finger in it now, but look. I think that's definitely knackered. Look at the metal in it. So there you can see, look at that. So this is all back together again pretty much now. I've just got to put the bolts in for the prop shaft, drive shaft so, but we're going to take them out of here because the blokes cut them off on the original one and you've got to take it all apart, but don't worry, I can manage that. That is one fully rebuilt differential. Yeah, well not rebuilt, but you know what I mean. Swapped over, there's the R1. So, next job is to get it back in the car. That's going to be fun. Once it's in position in the car, it's quite easy, to be honest. But yeah, quite happy with that so far. Good. So I thought I'd give myself an oil change on it. I thought I'd just put a couple of bottles in it now, and then just top it up when it's in the car so it's easier. And I completely spilt it all over the floor. But as you can see, it's nice and black. There's no metallic particles in it, so that's good. So let's hope this one is a good one. So like I say, I'm just going to put a couple of bottles in it, because I think this holds 2.1 litres. So I didn't do a very good job of clearing my mess, but so what I'm going to do is just put 2 bottles of oil in it now. Got some just over there. And then I'll finish topping it up when it's on in the car. It's just, it's easy to put 2 bottles worth in it now. Makes my life a bit easier. And then all I've got to do is probably put a quarter of a bottle in it and it'll be done. Good. I can't really do a lot today. It's a bit like a hurricane outside and it keeps raining. Like I say, just get near enough what I need in it. And then I'll just have to top it up. I prefer to do that. It's a real pain under there, and my suction gun's packed up a bit. Oh, it's blowing a gale. I'm freezing. I'm tired. And I've just caught a cold. My nose feels terrible, to be honest. But we're going to do it. We're going to get this in. Yeah? I want to, well, half in today. And then, because it's about 2 o'clock now. I've only just got up, to be honest. I was working till 7 o'clock this morning. And then hopefully finish it off tomorrow. And then we go for a test drive. Yeah? Let's hope that, let's hope this is the problem. But, yeah. So good. Let's get on with it. Look at that. To be fair, it's not too bad to strip that down. If you watched one of my videos from about, I think it was 2 years ago, I did the IRS on a Jaguar XJS 5.3 V12. But I did the car in the garage and I dragged it on the gravel to work on it. Now, unfortunately this garage is very small, so I thought I'd do it a different way this time. I thought I'd take the car out and work on it in the garage. So it was easier to work on it in the garage, but it's harder to get in and out of the car. So to be honest, I wouldn't say it was any better or any worse really. You sort of, it's easier, I'm knackered. It's easier to do, you know. Best, really you just want to do what you want a double garage really. The only thing with the X300, it's easier to get the it's easier to get it out, should we say. Also, you haven't got to on the XJS because the brake discs needed changing. The calipers are corroded on, and you had to take the cage. So I had to disconnect all the brake pipes and re-bleed the brakes and everything. Where on this, I didn't because it's outbound brakes. So I'd say this one's a little bit easier in the sense that it's less you have to take off, but it's not a lot different, to be honest. So yeah, let's I haven't got much further to drag it now. I'm literally sitting on the floor and just pulling on it with a crowbar. Move it a bit, then go the other side, move it a bit, then go the other side, move it a bit. I'm knackered. I want to get it back in. Connecting it up is going to be let's be honest, 10 times easier than getting it across this drive, I think. Right, last push. What I'm doing is, I'm using the crowbar, and just drag a bit each side, move the gravel out, get it here, lift it up, put a block of wood under this side, block of wood under this side, get the jack, put it in the middle, wiggle it about so it's sort of mostly where it needs to be, and then lift it up. Wallop. The gravel is hard work, I'll tell you now. And it's like a hurricane out here. But at least it's blue sky. So that was hard work, but it's finally where it needs to be, roughly. Now, next part of this, I need to lift this side up and put a block of wood under it. And do the same with the other side, lift it up, put a block of wood under it, and then put the jack in the centre and lift it up. And then wiggle it about a bit and hopefully slot it in somehow. But it's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse, I'll be quite honest. When I done the XJS, that was a bit of a nightmare. Once you get it lined up, it's alright. It won't take me long to put it back into the car, but to bolt, connect everything up and what have you. But this is the last of the worst stages now. So the worst stage was getting it out because it's all corroded and getting it in here. Breaking the axle down wasn't too bad. Now this is the second worst bit, getting it back in the car, because it's just the sheer weight of it that does it. So give me 15 minutes and hopefully we'll have it on bits of wood. I couldn't find enough wood. Now, this is my dad's jack, and this is the worst jack in the world. It's absolutely knackered now. It's had a good life, yeah, it's older than me I think, but absolutely past it. That's why I bought that good one there. Problem with this is it don't lift very high, and also after a while it goes back down again. So I went out and bought that new one about 3 years ago. It's been the best one we've ever had. Right, the trick is now to get the jack under the middle, and then we're going for a lift. Because look, it's quite lined up. If you look at the mounts and stuff, I've got it quite... It's not far out, let's be honest. It'd be nice just to get the radius arm mounts in and these back bushes in, because then it'll all hold in and then I can finish it off tomorrow. Luckily the wind's died down a little bit now. So let's see if I can get that far with it. So, apologies for the wind, it's like a little tornado around here. Now that's bolted back in. Yeah, this is all on. So I've still got to just push the back up to put this bolt in here. And I've just got to adjust this so these bolts line up. So there's one at the back that's not quite right and the other bit. And then I've got to do the exhaust, put the calipers back on. And that's pretty much it really. And and reattach the handbrake. I think, to be honest, another 3-4 hours I'll have it all done. But yeah, we're a lot closer than we were earlier. I think I'm going to have to pack up at the moment because it's not late, it's only like 4:30, but it's dark already nearly. And be honest with you, it's freezing. I'm tired, so I think we're going to get maybe have a couple of beers, yeah, watch a movie, and then we'll continue this tomorrow morning, yeah. So it's now the following day, and it's horrible weather. I'm hoping it'll brighten up a bit. I've had to wait all morning. I got up this morning about 5. Don't ask why I woke up that early, I have no idea myself, but on a Sunday as well. So yeah, hopefully it'll dry up in the next hour and then I'll have a quick go at it. To get the spring back in the spring holder, I've jacked it up, the hub up on this. Well, so I know I've got to fix all this back plating, but it was all bent from when we, in fact the disc's coming off. It was quite bent from moving it in the garage, but it'll be right, we'll sort all that out. Yeah, like I say, if I was doing this and like having a new one, I'd put a new back disc on it, because one of the handbrake, I don't know what you call them, just connector things is a bit iffy. But yeah, so I bolt that back on, I can let the jack down. I've still got to bolt that last one in, but I've left it undone because it's a bit awkward getting the spring in. If you do that up, you haven't got enough give in the spring to get it lined up and in the holes. So that's one of the last jobs, and then we'll do the prop shaft. Yeah, let's crack on. I slipped with the crowbar. I was trying to press the spring past the bolt, and I slipped and took a massive piece of skin off on one of these studs. Really hurt, to be honest. So I want to get this spring in, it won't be too bad. I'm actually using a spring compressor to try and make it a bit easier, but it's not really helping. Problem is you struggle to get a spring compressor on the back. So let's just see. That's the other spring in. Now I've got to jack the back up and put them back anti-roll bar, I suppose. I don't know what you call it actually, but that needs to go back in. And then put the calipers on and the exhaust brackets back on, and then just give it a bit of a wax all around where I've chipped it all off. And yeah, ready to go, I think. Good. Oh, and the prop shaft. I've still got to connect the prop shaft up. I'll be honest with you, today hasn't really gone very well. You know, the sun has only just come out now, but literally we've got an hour maximum of daylight left. So I'm a bit disappointed today. It's not gone well at all. I got really early to do this. It's been a disaster from the beginning to the end. I've got all the subframe bolts in apart from one, and no matter what I do, I cannot get that in. It's driving me crackers now. I've altered the jack, moved it, everything. It's just literally one subframe bolt, and it's like a fraction off, so it's really annoying. But generally it's in. It's just this literally one bolt. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. It's just driving me crackers at the minute. So yeah, it's going well. Apart from that, once I get that bolt in, the rest of it will only take like 2 hours. I was hoping to have it done today, but I think I'm going to have to give up in a minute. It's absolutely driving me crackers this now. I've really had enough today. That subframe bolt has just given me headache, to be honest with you. So unfortunately the threads on the bolt aren't great either, so I don't know if that's not really helping either. I might see if I've got another one. We have got quite a lot of them sort of bolts around here, so I might have a look for it. But yeah, so jag building. Now I will warn you, putting this, now I have noticed, alright, Putting it in the XJS was easier than this one. This is more of a headache, I'm going to be honest. I think because in an XJS, the rear IRS brakes is like in a unit. We're on this, it is a unit, but everything sort of bolts on individually, where the other one is sort of, on an XJS, it's an actual cage, and you just push it up and line the holes and bolt it in, and it's in. This one, the springs are separate, and everything's separated, so it's a bit more of a pain in the arse, let's be honest. So, yeah, I might have to continue this tomorrow. Right, let's go see if I can get that bolted one more time. If not, it'll be tomorrow now when you see the next video. I've been dodging the rain all day. Oh well. That was 100% git. I'll tell you right now, that one there was 100% git. Look at the marks trying to get it in. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So I've got to put the calipers on tomorrow. I'm going to have to do it tomorrow now. It's getting a bit late in the evening. It's freezing out here as well. So calipers, prop shaft. I've got a new set of pads for this side. I've already done the pads for the other side. I'll just touch this wax oil up a bit, not the pipes on here, because the brake pipe, fuel pipes and that are so a bit iffy. And then put the wheels on, and then just check the oil's topped up enough in it, and then go for a spin. Yeah, so good. Today's jobs are handbrake. We've got to reconnect that and tighten it back up again. Put the calipers on, new set of pads, and what else? Calipers, pads, and to connect the prop shaft. That's it. That's very important, or else we ain't going nowhere. And then just test drive it. Oh, and check the oil level. That's the one. So the weather today is brilliant. Look at it, it's beautiful. It's not even that cold. So let's get to it, yeah? The prop shaft's on. I've adjusted the handbrake, so the handbrake actually works. And I've put the exhaust bracket on, which you can't really see from there. Both sides. Don't know if you can really see it. No, not really. So now I've just got to put the calipers on. Good. Calipers on, new pads. Yeah, disc link, right, but they'll do the job. Just got to stick a bit of underseal on some of the bits where I took a lot of bad paint off. This is missing the other side, so I might get another one of these, because I'm thinking if we get some bumps, we don't want to damage we don't want no problems, do we? So, yeah, it's nearly ready to put the wheels back on and try it out. Good, just got to check the oil now. Now I'm going to put a link in the description, because I don't know how to do it on here. And that is for the previous video I did 2 years ago doing the XJS IRS brakes. So give it a watch, and yeah, done. So now we're going to go for a test drive. So I've just got to wash my hands, and then I'll move my other one out of the way, and we'll take it for a ride around the village, see if that's cured it. So we've done everything. Yeah, look at that. Good, good. It's amazing how low it is now. It was right up here, wasn't it? Looks a bit little now. So, and then I've got a wonderful job of tidying up. Great. Best bit of it all. So let's take it for a test drive. Light will be on. Oh yeah, there it is. That's because I've disturbed the anti-lock system. So that should go off when I drive down the road. So let's see how we get on. Carousel, and my melon move back, swing it low, swing it high, 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 high. We're gonna make the sky. You'll never fall. It's time we fall. Oh, die, oh, die, oh, die, 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 die. So the car goes good. So that's now fixed. Look at it, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Now that's it for this video. The next video will probably be putting the stickers on and fitting the CB radio, and I've still got to change the transmission fluid, but I might chuck that in the other video. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing all the videos, and hello to my new subscribers, and see you all next time.